On February 13, I went to the Ateneo de Naga University because they invited me to be one of the speakers during their Buklad Arts and Culture Festival. I will link their official Facebook page in the description box. The festival ran for that entire week in celebration of National Arts Month in the country, and it just so happened that I was the guest speaker for the morning of February 13. I was invited to speak on the topic of using one's environment and memory in writing historical fiction. I got invited on the merit of my having written a historical novel that is based on a fictionalized province in the Bicol region, and the novel is published by Penguin Random House Southeast Asia. The novel is available worldwide, and I will leave links down below for you. I am normally very anxious when I am to speak in front of any audience, regardless of the venue and regardless of the topic, and this event was no different. But what I do to combat the anxiety is to be over-prepared for my own presentation. I made myself a script with markers for which slide should be showing at any given point of my lecture, and this script I printed in two copies. One is for myself, which I will be reading, and the other copy is for the person who will be operating the slides that I have also prepared for the lecture. This is the same method that I did when I was a panelist for a previous event in November that I have a vlog about. I will link it down below. And I did want to film enough videos from this event from February 13 in order to make a vlog, but because of my anxiety, I kept forgetting to take videos. So now I do not have enough videos to make a decent vlog. So I thought I might just use this as an opportunity to share a little bit about my anxiety and stage fright, because it happens every single time and it doesn't get any easier. But I want to be there. I want to show up, not only because it's my job to talk about my novel and promote it, but also because I cannot be a slave to my anxiety and my stage fright. So, like I said, I always come over prepared, which really is just being prepared. I don't even think there is such a thing as over preparedness. We cannot be too prepared for anything. There's no such thing, I think. And in order to also prepare my audience, I even brought with me one historical novel from my own personal library to give away to the very first person who registered for the event that day, that morning, sort of like an early bird reward. But I forgot to take videos of that too. I prepared for my presentation, but I did not prepare for my vlog. Oh well, this is my life now. I just have to remember to take more videos next time. What you're seeing here is the cultural presentation that happened before my lecture, and it was a lot of fun to watch. There were short films and parts of full-length plays that will be performed on another day at a different venue, and also dance performances. It was a very nice diversion from my own anxiety and stage fright for the morning. And here is a short video of myself during my lecture, taken by my friend who works at the university.
I believe that we should use our knowledge that we have gathered in the current time to critique the past, our wrong decisions, our wrong mindset, the sins we have committed. Writing a historical novel is a form of hindsight now, which, as they say, is the most...
My hair just looks so awful here, so just a couple of days after, I went and got myself a new haircut. Anyway, it was such an experience for me to speak on the topic, and the audience were mostly students of the university, and they were actually in and out of the venue because they also had class. Classes were not canceled for the festival, so people just dropped in when they could. After my talk, I was able to take a few questions from the audience, all of which I have answered to the best of my ability. All in all, it was really a good morning in my opinion, largely because I was able to manage my anxiety and stage fright well by being prepared. I'm not a very good public speaker, which is why I always need to have a script, or else I would go off tangent and then I would lose my point. That's why I am a writer, not a speaker. When words and ideas are inside my head, they exist there in a state of pure chaos, and it is only when I have put them down onto paper, through the act of writing, that things begin to make decent sense. Anyway, after the event wrapped up, a bunch of people came by to ask me to sign their copies of my book and also take photos. We had some snacks, and then by 12:30 I was already driving home. I was able to chat a little bit with my good friend Jay, who was actually the very first person who asked me informally if I would be interested in the lecture and if I was available. He is married to another good friend of mine. Her name is April. And I was also able to have a quick chat with another old friend. Her name is Becky. After my anxiety and stage fright are finally gone, that's when I can finally admit to myself that it was actually fun. It is so much fun to meet students. They are one of my favorite kinds of audience because they're like a sponge. And I really love this gift pack that I was given. This is from the brand called Katinko. It's a Philippine brand known for a balm for pain, usually used by old people like me. But they have already expanded their product offering. And of course, I got a little bit of money. And that is really how I get through anxiety and stage fright. Just be prepared.